Aquí en este apartamento tengo aproximadamente como 10 años viviendo y vivo con mi hijo, Brian. Para mí, mi casa es mi hogar, donde aquí ha pasado muchos momentos muy gratos.
The relationship with my mom, it's amazing. She's very charismatic, she's always smiling, and she always has hope, which I think that's what brought us to this moment.
Fue como en marzo del 2020, que me empezaron unos dolores fuertes en mi estómago.
She would just be in so much pain that she would just be laying down on the bed and I would try to help her.
Pero fui al doctor y desafortunadamente me detectaron un cáncer nivel 3 ahí en ese entonces.
You know, that moment there, I thought my world was gonna end.
Con esas quimioterapias fuertes, no pude trabajar y desafortunadamente tuve que quitarme del trabajo, que no podía pagar la renta y el dinero que teníamos ahorrado poco a poco se fue quitando hasta quedarnos sin nada.
My mom sat me down and she told me that we might lose our home. I felt afraid, scared, and I didn't know what was gonna happen next.
El dueño nos dijo que teníamos 3 días para salirnos. Yo no sabía qué hacer, tenía mucho miedo y tenía mi impotencia de saber qué iba a pasar con nosotros.
Every day, we see clients that are not able to remain in their housing. Many of them risk homelessness. They won't find alternative housing that they can afford because that increasingly doesn't exist here. And it's not a colorblind problem. Communities of color are disparately impacted by the affordability crisis and by evictions that are drivers of homelessness and that flow from an inability to pay rent. There also is no right to an attorney that currently exists here in Santa Clara County. So if an eviction is filed against you, even though the consequences are so severe, Guadalupe, a cancer patient, and her son wouldn't have any right to an attorney who could help them navigate the complicated and very fast-moving process of an eviction case. But that's where the Law Foundation comes in.
Yo me acuerdo bien que fui ese día a la Life Foundation. Estaba buscando quién me ayudara a llenar esos papeles porque estaban en inglés, pero yo no sabía que me iban a ayudar a todo el proceso. Una señorita que habla español estuvo traduciéndome y le dijo: Guadalupe, vamos a agarrar su caso, nosotros vamos a ir a la corte por usted. Y yo me acuerdo que ese día yo llegué contenta a la casa y le dije a Brian, hay un lugar donde me van a ayudar, hijo.
Our team of attorneys were able to help her, working with her and overcoming that language barrier. And through that, we were able to communicate with her, build trust, and work with her to get the rental relief that she was eligible for, to pay her landlord so that she could remain in the home and ultimately have the eviction dismissed.
Que estoy muy agradecida con la Foundation porque él, mi hijo y yo tenemos donde vivir. Estamos aquí en casa y con las ganas de empezar esta nueva vida. Y yo creo que entregan el corazón y todo el alma hacia las personas que venimos en busca de la ayuda.
Because of the Law Foundation, we were able to keep our home, and we just, in my opinion, I feel like we had justice, and it's great, and I wish everybody could have this and no one would lose it.
Until we get to a point where we determine that housing is a human right and not a commodity that should become increasingly unavailable to people that we need in our community, we will continue to see this problem. There are things that we can do, there are policies that we can enact, and there are systems changes that we can make, but it really starts with all of us believing people deserve housing and that people should be able to remain in their homes the way that Guadalupe and her son did.